Well, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? I am so excited to be here with you. Actually, for the next 5 nights, I'll be coming to you live, and maybe you're catching this on the replay, which is absolutely perfect. So hard to find a time that works for everybody, especially in time zones around the world. So here we are. I know you're waking up in LA. I know you're probably doing lunch in New York. And if you're in Europe like I am right now, it's time for a cocktail and to wind down. But I'm here with you, and I got such great content prepared. So in case you're like, what is this all about? And you went on a opting in spree, this is basically a week. It's a strategy session to kick overwhelm to the curb, to deal with all the stress and chaos and overwhelm, and get you not just managing a to-do list, but really like moving towards your goals and your dreams and your ambitions, right? So got a lot of amazing content prepared for you. And so let's get into it here. Let me, I have a presentation ready. So what are we trying to achieve here with this training? And today it's about the theme for today. It's about your wishes. And I thought it was kind of funny, like birthdays or wishes aren't just for birthdays anymore, because we really should be like making our wishes come true all the damn time, as far as I'm concerned. And so that's really what it's about. I want to make sure that each day you're doing things that excite you, and that should feel normal. That should feel normal, not the stress the other way. That should just be something like a storm that comes in and then the blue skies come back in right after that. Does that make sense? Number 2, I want you to amplify your inner passions and start acting on them. That can be a real struggle because they're so easy to push by the wayside and just say, you know what, I'll get to that sometime or later or next week, and then that just keeps getting put off, and we keep procrastinating it. So I'm all about getting that fired up and getting you amplifying your inner passions and acting on them ASAP. And do you want techniques that are fun and easy, yet simple and effective? Because that's what I'm all about. I like the easy way, guys, and that's what I'm going to teach you. That's what I've discovered over years of goal setting and time management and strategy and personal development. And I believe that making your dreams, your goals, your ambitions come to life should be fun and enjoyable. So that's what I'm going to promise I will bring to you this week. And I know you're here because this line probably grabbed and resonated with you, is that you want to stay in line with your goals, not just your to-do list. And nowadays, like, life is so busy. It's 24/7 of people and things coming at you. And it's, I think, more overwhelming than ever to try and achieve a big dream, transformation, a goal, and stay on track and not get diverted. So you are in the perfect place because I'll tell you what, I'm almost 50 years old and I've made some incredible things happen. Get into that a little bit later. And I can absolutely a bazillion % guarantee you that it is never, ever, ever, ever too late to make whatever is in your heart that you want to happen come to life. And because I know you are looking for a happier and more peaceful life. We all are. Life is just way too stressful. And what I'm going to be teaching you this week is 100% doable. This has been absolute battle tested for years. This isn't just something that I was like, oh, let me put together. Like, this is absolutely doable. And I didn't give you the disclaimer about the 2 dogs yet. You will definitely get to meet them all week. But everything that I teach can be applied to so many different facets of your life, whether it comes to launching a business or your career, finding love, strengthening your relationships, getting your health in check, like whatever. You can take this and apply to anything. And I personally have. So this is, just to interrupt because we are live, I have 2 little Malteses. And I got what I paid for. They're lap dogs. And hang on, Tiff, come here. Sorry about that. This is Tiffany. She is the official boss, aren't you? Yes. And so I joke that I got what I paid for because they are definitely bred to be lap dogs, and that is always where they want to be. And Tiffany is a senior citizen. Now Tonka is jumping up over here. I'm not getting them both. We're going to get into this training. But that's that, right? Yep. All right. Ciao. Okay. So she will pipe in. She's officially the boss. Okay. So who am I and why should you listen to me? So I used to be a total hot mess. Lost in Loserville, and there's too many stories. That would be a whole nother day time together to go through all that. But I was found wildly chasing my days, and I wasn't chasing my future that I wanted, right? And life, like I said earlier, was just getting in the way. And so about 25 years now, I've studied personal development and time management. I've helped countless people throughout the years. Kind of started out as a hobby where people just kind of came and dumped their stories on me and asked for help. And then eventually it became a business. So, and over the years of doing this, I've come up with this like kind of simple strategy that take me from just basically wanting to just kind of like give up on everything and say, forget it, nothing like cool is ever meant to happen for me. I'm not meant to transform my life. I'm meant to be overweight and out of shape for the rest of my life. And I just wanted to give up. I was exhausted, but something in me knew I could find a solution. And so that's just what we're getting into this week. And as women and moms, because I have 2 grown children, when you want something for yourself, like you feel so guilty. And then you see other people that they can like instantly manifest things. And so kind of you get jealous and you like question your self-worth. Circumstances are a huge factor. I know so many people out there that just think, you know what, well, I don't have the education. I don't have this. I don't have that. So I can't do it. If I had more time to go study this, if I had this, and let me tell you what, you can make it happen. You can absolutely make it happen. And in fact, when it comes to circumstances, oh my gosh, like if it could happen to a person, I think I've been through it. And I've overcome all of that. So I'm here to be your support system, to be your cheerleader and say, you got this. You absolutely got this. That doesn't determine where you're going to go and what you want and what you can have in your life. So just to touch a little bit about all the transformations I've gone through, from a lousy relationship to an amazing relationship, everything I've ever dreamed of when I was in past relationships. Everything you wish your man could turn into. I now have that. Absolutely fantastic. We've been together for years now, and absolutely ecstatic. And I was a size 22 at one point in time. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see that there's a before and after picture, and there's a video connected to that you can watch and learn more as well. So my biggest dream always was to basically be a digital nomad and travel the world. And I actually had that dream way before the internet was even a thing. And I just thought it would be the coolest thing to travel the world with my kids and work and just kind of have this workcation lifestyle, right? Well, 2 years ago, I got the gumption to just go for it. It was something that was just kind of eating at my soul that I thought, for just 3 months, I'll go live abroad. And it's now, gosh, that was end of 2016. So going on 2 years of traveling, basically full time. I'm based out of Switzerland now for the most part. That's where the boyfriend is. And so yeah, it's just been quite an adventure. Last year I did 95 locations, and this year I'm around the 40 to 50 mark so far. And I'm currently coming to you from Bucharest, Romania, where I'll be for maybe another month or month and a half or so. And then I'll head back over to the other part of Europe. So, and that's a big dream to make come true. It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, I'm ecstatic to help you achieve whatever it is. Like, it doesn't matter how minuscule it is or how grandiose it is. I want to see you make your dreams come true. And your big goal, like whatever it is, I'm all excited about it. Way too passionate about all this stuff. So here's what to expect over the next 5 days. So over the next 5 days, I'm going to come at you, I'll be live same time, Monday here through Friday, about an hour before the email goes out. You get all the links, all the information in there. And there is a thread that you've seen, if you're watching this, at the bottom where you can leave comments. There's some questions. I encourage participation, questions. That way, it's just not you taking in the information. It's really learning how to apply it and understand it. So then there's also on the A Ridiculously Amazing Life Facebook page, which there's a link somewhere. I forget. I think it's on the download sheet. And there should be a live link on that one. I think that's where I put it. But you can go into the Facebook group, and then at each day, there'll be a post that's pinned to the top that says, today it says day 1, and it just kind of has an overview, and it has the questions. So those are 2 places for you to drop comments, and we'll just, kick up the conversations that way. And I'd love to see what you have to say after today with your answers to the questions. Oi, oi, oi. So today, though, we're going to answer these questions. And so today, what's the biggest challenge that you're facing when it comes to building better habits? Because in order to make our wishes come true, we have to have habits that support that wish, that dream, that goal coming to life. Number 2, we're going to get into what life direction versus goals do you want for yourself. And there'll be clarity when we get into that one here in a bit. And then what stage of change are you in? And TTM actually stands for the methodology of that. Because I'll save it. I'll save it for then. So the process. So now before we get into the strategies, I want to get your thoughts in the right frame of mind, right? So this is just like any kind of foundational work, which is imperative. If you've done any kind of personal development up to this point, and I imagine you have, we always talk about the foundation work, correct? So I want you to be open, even if you think, oh my gosh, I've done this before. Are we really going to go through this again? Because it just might be that missing little nugget of information that links you to your success. There might be something that you fell off your thought process, that you lost focus on, that you're like, oh gosh, you know what? That probably would make a difference. I kind of let that one go. So I just want you to be open to the information today, because it's so important in the big scope of things. All right. So download the workbook. If you haven't, there's a link right there on the page, and it's PDF fillable. So hopefully your computer lets you do that. If not, grab a pen, piece of paper, or if you have the ability to print it up real quick, go ahead and do that while I go to the next slide. So your wishes. Oh, I love it. In essence, they're daydreams. And we all have them. We all have some kind of wish for our life. Even like I said earlier, if it's a small thing or it's something like completely transformational, there's some level of a wish and desire that you have in your life. Even if you have it all, you've hit a level and there's something that you want now. It's just the evolution of humanity. It's who we are. And your daydreams, they tend to confirm what you already know about yourself. It really doesn't provide any new information. In fact, if anything, our heart is speaking, and then our mind tries to, analyze it and break it down and, naysay our heart's desires. And it only takes a few changes to live your best life. I'm telling you, it goes back to the and fun. Oh my gosh, seriously. Like I've kind of hinted about earlier, this is going to be very personal and different for everybody, right? So maybe your wishes is money. Maybe you're looking for happiness. You want more fulfilling relationships. You're looking for more enlightenment, spirituality, and maybe it's some kind of an achievement, whether it be career, health. You have to fill in the blanks because, like I said, that's going to be different for absolutely everybody. And actually, some people are going to be like, I want all that. I want all that. I need all that. So, you are manifesting right now, even if you don't realize it. Because by not doing anything towards your dream, you're manifesting nothing. You're manifesting stagnation. You're manifesting a no to what you want. So if by being a non-active participant, you're manifesting this reality that you're not happy with and you want transformation, wouldn't it be better if you got actively involved and started taking charge and making what you desire happen, making your wishes come true? So question number 1, and we have the 3 tonight that we're going to cover. So what's the biggest challenge you're facing when it comes to building better habits and making your goals happen? And here's 5 different, categories. Is 1, you just feel like you don't have the time. Everything feels like a priority. It seems like all good intentions just easily get discarded. And you just feel absolutely time warped. And you don't have time for one more little thing in your day. Number 2, possibly you procrastinate. You know what you need to be doing. My goodness, so many of us, we can just get on Google and, figure out a couple little solutions. But we struggle to get started. At some point, it feels like you're waiting for the perfect situation to happen, but it never arrives. And can anybody relate to me? Leave a comment if you can. Have you ever been the Monday girl? I'll start on Monday. And then that Monday rolls around and you've gotten everything perfect. Oh my goodness, you've got everything packaged up, set up right, all the right equipment, everything. If you're doing something's paperwork, it's all color coded and you've highlighted and you've got it perfectly manicured. And Monday comes and you're like, nah, next Monday. Yeah, I have been that girl. The other one is that you plan too much and then it just gets overcomplicated and you get completely confused about changing. The next one is you get overwhelmed and you just get paralyzed by how many steps need to happen at once and you don't even know where to start. It's too much. And then the last one, you get bored. You're in it, you're doing it, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you're giving it a go, but the improvement seems so small, especially in our world of instant gratification, that it just feels boring. And it seems if you're leading absolutely nowhere, you don't know if you're doing the right thing, and your motivation fades, your mind wanders, and you chase something new, or you just sit back on the sofa and eat the bonbons. Question 2. What life direction versus goals do you want for yourself? Now, many high achievers reach their goals. And I'm sure you and I are like-minded, and we've had something where we've reached it, and then we discover that that possibly was the wrong goal, and we possibly took the wrong path to get there. We've all had the universe deliver like a big ask and then felt completely empty once we received it. I can put money on it that has happened to you. And see, the problem is that no one really teaches how to set goals that give you the life and career that you wanted. In fact, what I found through all my years of research and buying planners like crazy was it was a place just to kind of dump my to-dos. There weren't planners that taught me how to plan and how to think about my life in the future. Sure, there might be some kind of fill in the blank that says, what do you want in 10 years? What do you want in 5 years? And that was just, how do you answer that, especially as time changes so fast? I mean, you look back, computers didn't exist a little bit ago. How could I have thought 10 years ago that I would be doing what I do right now? It was unfathomable. So, and the other problem with goal setting and planners that are out there is that, it's like pick your top 3. Well, I don't know which ones are like the most important top 3. I can randomly guess, but I just don't know what's really going to kind of have this bowling effect and just knock out a bunch all at one time. How do I maximize my time better so that I can get to my goal faster? Now we need to stop setting goals and scheduling daily to-dos that bring you a sucky life. It's so true. We do this all the time. We kind of allow life to happen versus us taking control and making what we want happen. But you got to stop setting goals that are about the destination. I want $1 million. Yeah, we all want $1 million. I want a Gucci purse. I want this, brand new car. Goal accomplishment and wish manifestation happens when you consider the journey and switch it around, right? The journey to the end state. I want you to think about setting a life direction, not a goal. Not a goal. And we're going to get deeper into this later on this week. So we're just, like I said, doing that foundational work, getting your mind kind of warmed up to what I'm going to be delivering all week long. What would create a kick-ass journey for you? How do you want to be spending your time? What daily activities make you want to get up, leap out of bed, and start doing it and give you that energy? And what do you want to learn? How do you want to expand yourself? Start thinking about the journey, not the goal, because that's how you get to the end state of where you want to be. We adopt goals for one reason and one reason only, and that's to change our lives. So, like I said earlier about making it fun and easy, oh my gosh, you absolutely can. And we're going to get into that. So question number 3, and I hope I haven't overloaded you so far because this is going to get a little deep, but these are great questions to ask yourself to just kind of get your roots established on what it is you want and what's holding you back. Like, we have to understand so that we can fix and move forward, right? I don't want to just put a Band-Aid on a situation and say, oh, well, just do this, that, the other thing. We really need to know where you are and root yourself. So what stage of change are you in? And it's the trans-theoretical model. Studies of change have found that people who move through a series of stages when modifying behavior. So let's get into that. And I hope you're paying attention. You got your notes out and you're following along and answering the questions as we go. So, and think about where you are in this journey. So pre-contemplation, not ready for a change at all. And I have coined these people the talkers, right? So I've done my own thing on the TTM method. People in the pre-contemplation stage are not going to take action for the foreseeable future. Love to talk about it, but no action steps or even swarming upstairs. And I tell you what, if this is you, you don't even need to come back for the rest of the week. Unless you're curious about how to move out of being a talker and into an action taker, then by all means come back. The next stage is contemplation. You're getting ready. And maybe this is where you are. I call this the procrastinators or perfectionist, and there's nothing derogatory about any of this. It just happens to be where you are in your phase of life, right? I have definitely been the procrastinator and the perfectionist, and I've actually been just a talker too. And people in this stage weigh between the cost and benefits of changing because you know that there's some sacrifices. You know there's going to be little alterations that you have to make in your life. So this is where you're like, oh, is it worth it? Do I really want it? Am I going to be able to do it? And all that chatter kind of happens. Preparation is the goal setters. You have a plan of action, but you might not have the soulful strategies to long-term success and understanding the steps that it's going to take to get there. And I have a feeling that a lot of you who are watching, you're probably in this phase. And the last one is the action makers. It's actually just action in the thing, but I made it action makers. And there's people who've started on the journey to their goals, but they haven't achieved it fully. And I bet some of you are in this one too, because you're confused. What do I do next? What makes it right? I don't want to feel empty. I don't want to feel like I'm just going through the motions. You want it to have meaning. And then maintenance marvels. The only concern here is avoiding the temptation to relapse and maintaining your changes. And I tell you what, all of these I will be addressing this week on how you can take it to the next level. Even you talkers, if you're one, I will convert you to a doer. I promise. So wrapping up. Number one, the question is, what's the biggest challenge you're facing when it comes to building better habits? Number two, what life direction versus goals do you want for yourself? And three, what stage of change are you in that TTM methodology? And let me see if we have any kind of comments here. If anybody wants me to go back through and pop them up. Let me just look on my phone here really quick and see if I can find it. Because this is, I normally am doing lives on Facebook, but because of this kind of being a private group thing, I set it there. So, where are my videos? Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to waste your time on that one. I don't see any there. Hang on, give me one more second here. We don't want another live. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I had it earlier. I don't know why it's not showing up the live one here on my YouTube. All right. Okay, sorry, guys. So if you need me to recap that, just leave a comment and then I can put those in the thread for you, or I'll put them, maybe we'll move into a group on Facebook and we can post them there. Okay. Or in the comments on the link below. If you haven't, or there'll be a replay of this video. So you can go back and rewind and look through them there too. So that'll be those are all your options. Whatever you're the most comfortable with, go for it. I'm easy. Okay, so those are the questions here to answer in the comments. And then I threw in some just for fun, because why not? Let's get some conversation started. So what surprised you about this information? What did you find, different about it? What resonated with you? What kind of did you really connect with? And what's your biggest takeaway that you can implement in your life right away? So what's next? All right, so we've got this mindset about our wishes, right? But day 2, I'm going to tell you what, you were like Dorothy and Wizard of Oz with the red heels, click your heels, take you home. Yep, we're going to draft your storyline for success. I'm going to show you how you have the power to make anything you want come true. So, with that said, it's a wrap for today. And it has been my absolute pleasure. This information this week, I've never shared before. This is the secret sauce, y'all, to how I make it all happen. And so each day I'm also going to close with a quote. And I love this one. Magic happens when you do not give up, even though you want to. The universe always falls in love with a stubborn heart. All right, girls and some guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And drop your comments. I can't wait to see what you have to say. Ciao.